Our clients are the transport and logistics guys. That means it's everything around transport and logistics. It means it could be port operators, shipping lines, airlines, airports, companies like express companies, logistics service providers, and so on. And we have seen a lot of our clients investing in the BRIC countries, especially in China, but also in Vietnam, Cambodia, or Indonesia. And always when we spoke with them about Africa, they said, wow, to be honest, Africa seems to be a wide spot to a lot of reasons. The most important reason seems to be the weak infrastructure. Africa is such a huge continent that you have to look a little bit more to the different countries instead of just always speaking about Africa. So what we try to find out in the study is, where does it make sense for our clients, the transport and logistics companies, to go? So what does it mean? A transport and logistics company is always there where their clients are. Their clients are mining companies, are automotive companies, retail and consumer companies, and so on. So as soon as their clients invest in a territory, they have to be there. And they can only be there if they have an intact infrastructure. Because infrastructure is the backbone of a territory, of a country. Without infrastructure, you can't transport anything. You have to use a road, a port, an airport, or whatever to bring goods from the producer to the consumer. So that is a little bit the background why we worked on this study. The basis of the study was the so-called 5-pillar approach. Means that we try to focus on economics, trade and logistics, on demographics and resources, on transport infrastructure, and on the business environment. And we work very close together with our colleagues at PwC in South Africa, but also with an independent economic consultant company named Econometrics. When you look at the fastest growing economies in the last 10 years, 6 out of 10 came from Africa. And when you look to the year 2016, another 6, again, out of 10 will come from Africa. Africa is the home of 1 billion people, which means in the near future 1 billion consumers. And in addition to that, in the year 2035, Africa's workforce, the labor workforce, will be much higher than that of China. So that, I suppose, are a lot of reasons why we wanted to have a look on the transportation and logistics industry in Africa. In the beginning, we decided, of course, my approach was, let's look at all the 54 countries in South Africa. And to be very honest, I was a little bit, naive. It's very hard. It's a continent of disparities, and that's what we found out very, very fast. So we had to focus on only a couple of countries. And in the end, it was just 10 countries in the focus. Reason for that was either a high GDP, natural resources, a strong growth expectation, and also that we wanted to cover all the regions: North Africa, South Africa, Sub-Saharan Africa, the East and the West. Algeria and Egypt in the north, Ghana and Nigeria in the west, the DRC and Angola, Tanzania, Mozambique, Kenya, and of course South Africa. These are the 10 countries. The highlights are more or less that Ghana and Nigeria offer the greatest overall investment potential of the group. South Africa, nevertheless, continues to demonstrate the strong infrastructure capability, but has not such a high growth potential as, for example, Ghana and Nigeria. Kenya and Tanzania are well positioned to capitalize on growth, with Kenya's economic fundamentals slightly ahead of Tanzania. Angola focus very hard on investing in transport infrastructure, and on the long run we'll see the outcome of that. Unfortunately, Mozambique and DRC's growth potential remains constrained by their poor transport infrastructure.